Bronson, you've got a whirly willy.
What? Kids TV is always strange. There's probably not a single kids TV show that doesn't contain questionable content. I believe that the perfect era for questionable kids TV shows was the 90s. I believe that Australia was home to the very strangest of said kids TV shows. I believe that the strangest, most questionable of all kids TV shows was Australia's very own, disturbing, probably drug-induced fever dream of strangely sexual content, Around the Twist.
Joinen would go on to call Round the Twist Around the Twist 3 more times before seeing the error in his ways.
Have you ever felt like this? When strange things happen, are you going round the twist? Have you ever felt like this? When strange things happen, are you going round the twist?
No moi, it's Joinen, and if you do not have the pleasure of growing up with Around the Twist, I want to take this time to walk you through what I imagine is responsible for making every Australian roughly my age the way they are. Around the Twist is not simply an after-school TV show. It is a weapon, probably created by the Australian government to control the minds of Australian kids. In YouTube commentary, we like to exaggerate the strangeness of things, but this is, without a hint of exaggeration, the strangest piece of fiction to have been created. But don't take my word for it. Around the Twist, or what I'm just loading now to be called Round the Twist, pushed the boundaries of acceptability for children's television, to the extent that the Australian Children's Television Foundation had difficulty finding a distributor for it. According to the ACTF's marketing manager, Jenny Buckland, the scripts were declared too rude, not for television, and outrageous. I'm not making this up, this is written in stone. If you want a list of some of the strange themes that Round the Twist refers to, it exists right here. It starts off with simple references to flatulence. But sure, what good kids 90s TV show doesn't make some fart jokes? References to defecation? I mean, come on, every kid finds poop funny. References to urination. What? The show employs some potty humor. Can you blame it? References to vomiting. Okay. Body odor, underwear. References to birth. References to death. References to nudity. Okay, I mean, we're crossing some boundaries, but nothing we haven't seen before. References to incest. References to genitalia. References to homosexuality. Well, look, ahead of its time. References to bestiality. References to coprophagia, which after a quick Google search apparently means eating poop. And when we say birth, we also mean one involving a male. So anyway, if you're wondering, Round the Twist centers around the Twists, a strange family who lives in a lighthouse just 150 kilometers down the road from me. And they often find themselves in strange, magical situations. But that's not really what's so weird about it. Round the Twist was famous for scenes like this one, where this dude becomes an ice cream machine and the ice cream comes out of his nose. This scene where the friendly neighborhood schoolboys have a peeing competition. Nice and sanitary.
What can he do?
Little Twist here can't manage to pee very high, but after a whole episode of events, Little Twist comes back, ready to re-challenge the master.
Can I have a go?
Make way for Little Twist. Never knows when he's beat, does he?
All right, got his reputation at stake if he fails the cue. Oh no, ladies and gentlemen.
What a hero! Give a hand to the little man. Look what he's managed to achieve. How far he has come in this short 24-minute episode. There's also this episode called Bird Boy, which is nothing but terrifying.
I guess this is goodbye, huh? Are you sure your wing's okay? Take care now.
It's got human eyes. Why does it have human eyes?
Take care. Don't talk to any humans.
It's at this point I should mention that I genuinely did not like this show at all. It freaked me out. It was, and I don't know if this is sacrilegious to say, slightly too Australian for my tastes. And aside from it being extremely memorable, it just wasn't that great in comparison to many other good shows of the era, like Ace Lightning or Recess. There's also this episode where one of the twists swallows a whirling derfish.
Holy mackerel, are you alright?
Holy mackerel. Get it? Because she works at a fish store. I get it. Swallowing a fish doesn't sound that weird, but this is round the twist. Swallowing a fish doesn't come without strange magical repercussions.
Come on. Please, come on.
Like the fact that it turns Little Twist's business into a propeller.
Come out this minute.
Why is he grinning so much? Why is this such a good thing for him?
That weird aquarium fish swimming around inside me. Whenever I get my you-know-what not wet, spin out.
Bronson, you've got a whirly willy.
What?
Instant propeller, just add water.
So, what are you gonna do about it?
Nothing.
What?
A built-in propeller. It's just what I need to win the big race.
Just what he needs to win the big race. This is just one of many episodes.
Morning. Want some sardines?
Of course, she's cooking sardines for breakfast.
How's your whirly willy?
You've got a whirling what?
As if she already knows what that is. Ah, he must have swallowed a whirling derfish, obviously.
Thanks a lot, Big Mouth. I'm going for a spin.
My son James is the fastest swimmer that anyone's ever seen. There's an explanation.
There is an explanation, and trust me, you don't want to hear it. My question is, like, you don't think he's getting any, like, friction burns or anything? That's gotta build up some heat.
What's a whirling derfish?
Whirligigas centrifugus. A small and extremely rare species that spends its whole life spinning through the water like corkscrews.
These days there can't be more than, I'd say
Two.
two.
She's fading fast, so we've got to...
Get Bronson to cough up quick.
Dang, you're telling me Bronson can't keep his whirly willy? He's got to cough it up for the sake of the whirling derfish species? Stuff that, he can swim like a speedboat.
Extra, extra. Potting around the poppers. Break speed swimming record. Read all about it. Okay. One at a time.
When have kids been so interested in newspaper ever? The kids are rushing to get their copy.
Amazing swim by the boy the locals are already calling the Port Noranda Porpoise. Bronson! Secret, Bronson?
Like I always say, swimming's 99% constipation.
Like I always say, swimming is 99% constipation. This TV show.
We need to talk. The fate of a whole species is in your stomach.
Not now, Linda. I'm with my public.
He's too busy for small fries like you. He's got bigger fish to fry.
Tony, it's quiet. The kids are in bed. Isn't there something you'd rather do than sculpt? I found this book of love poems in Linda's room. Why don't I read you one to set the mood?
Nothing sets the mood like a love poem from a black magic book.
Viking Book of Love?
In timeless love. Shining, lustrous.
Kiss me, Faye. Kiss me.
What a good idea.
Now.
I don't know. It's a kids show.
And that's what I love about you. You're so kind and caring, cuddly wuddly.
Bronson, your son?
If something was bothering him, he'd tell us. He doesn't bottle things up. Perhaps we will have a little chat.
We just have to pause and just take a step back from this for a second. It's kind of weird getting stuck into this story and everything's so strange that you start to just acclimate to it. At this point, we're not even weirded out that the wife accidentally cast a love curse on the husband and he can't think about anything about how cuddly wuddly she is. We don't care about that because meanwhile, there's a little boy who has a whirling willy that has ripped a hole in his underwear, and we're just starting to feel like that's normal. Round the Twist is one of those shows that every Australian at some point in their life looks back and goes, wait, was that real? Was that actually on TV? The answer is, strangely, yes. And they're actually still showing it, not just on TV. Teachers will still put this show on for the kids on a wet day timetable. If you're wondering how this episode ends, Bronson's sister brings the other whirling dervish out and chucks it into the ocean, and that fish swims over and just coaxes the other fish out of his mouth. It's really quite simple, actually.
Go, Jara. Don't give up. Go get your fish.
He loses the race and all's well that ends well. I frankly just think everyone was jealous. Anyway, get some of the brand new wholesome merch in the description below. It looks like this and like this and like that. Or you can get a pillow. It is brand new. So get it ahead of the curve and get the new wholesome merch. And I'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching my video, but now that it's done, please watch another one.